Welcome back to the channel. This is Gillis TV here right on Clemhawks, and today, folks, we got some more MLB offseason rumors as that first pitch was taken for a home run on your screen. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button as we are trying to work our way up to 3,800 subscribers, and thank you guys for all the support. Now, MLB offseason, love it. Bunch of news, bunch of rumors. It's basically all year you got all these news and rumors because the MLB just keeps on going even when the season's over and whatnot. But today we're talking about these two teams and one player leaving one team for the other. That's right. It sounds like Bryan Reynolds is on the Boston Red Sox radar for a potential to help in the outfield. And Bryan Reynolds can bring a lot to a team. His average isn't the greatest offense, but he has some pop to his bat and can score runs when in the crucial situations. But he's more of that switch hitter who's actually a really pretty good switch hitter that can provide everyday playing no matter who he's facing. And the outfield. He's a center fielder by primary trait, but he can play anything outfield, and he would be a great defensive addition to the Boston Red Sox, as he has the speed to do it. He can play in that deep part of center field in Boston, where last year, when the Jays beat Boston by so much, Durham or whatever his name was, let Tapia score inside the field park because he lost it. With the speed Bryan Reynolds has, he can play that center position good. He can also play left field, right field, and if this does happen, I'm actually excited to see what happens with Bryan Reynolds as he just hit a double off the monster. We go looking into his stats this past season. He is 27 years old, so he is relatively young still. He's hit 542 at bats this last season with a 262 average, 27 home runs, 62 RBIs with 7 stolen bases. Course of his career, he's had 1,777 at bats with a 281 average with 74 home runs, 239 RBIs, and 16 stolen bases. His OPS this year was 806, career wise 842. So Bryan Reynolds, almost hit 30 home runs, but his average was down. Everything was down, and he's due for one of those bounce back seasons where last season was just I'm not playing the greatest. He couldn't get out of it. Maybe a fresh start somewhere else in Boston could help with the potential of getting him back up to where that average should be. The type of player he is offensively, he has pop in his bat, no doubt about that. But when it comes to the defense, that is more exciting to watch. 27 home runs last season with 62 RBIs. Can't disagree with that. He will be entering his 5th year of his MLB career, which that's advanced stats. So last season he had 145 games played, 542 at bats, 74 runs, 142 hits, 250 total bases, with 19 doubles, 4 triples, 27 home runs. The guy has 97 doubles and 18 triples in his 4 full seasons. Or 2020, he only played 35 games. So really, 3 full seasons, he has these stats. He just hit a career high 70 or 27 home runs last year. Year before, he had 24 home runs, 90 RBIs. So if he could get some guys in front of him, Bryan Reynolds can be an offensive threat for this Boston Red Sox team. He walked 56 times, was intentionally walked 6 times. He was 70% on stolen bases with 7 stolen bases out of 10 attempts, and he struck out 141 times, which was a career high for him. So this would be a great move for the Boston Red Sox. Like I said, defensively, bat-wise, he's due up for a solid year. He has the bat power. He's a switch hitter, this is a guy any team would love to have on their team. And that's the great thing about free agency when you see guys like Bryan Reynolds and Carlos Correa and Alexander Bogaerts and everyone else is because they might not, more than likely, won't stay with the team they're on. We already know Correa opted out of his contract with the Twins. Could have, and we just did a video on Alexander Bogaerts and Correa being looked at by the Philadelphia Phillies. Bryan Reynolds is probably getting a lot of calls right now, a lot of look ats, and hopefully we get to see him in a new uniform next year. I believe he deserves to be somewhere else where he can win. Sorry, Pittsburgh, but he tried to help Pittsburgh and just couldn't do it with the players they have. So let me know in the comments if you think Bryan Reynolds and the Boston Red Sox would work. Like I said, this is Gillis TV here right on Clemhawks. I'll catch you on the next one.